Jesus and his disciples were walking through the fields, plucking heads of grain, rubbing them in their hands. The Pharisees said, "Why do you break the command of God and do what is not lawful as you're going through the land?" Jesus said to them, "Have you not read what David did? Being hungry, went into the house of God, ate the showbread, giving those with him that which the priest should consume. The Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath, which should have been assumed." It happened on the Sabbath, entering the synagogue to teach. One was there whose right hand was withered, certainly had no outreach. The scribes and the Pharisees watched him to see if he would heal, that they might find an accusation that would support their misplaced zeal. He knew their thoughts and said to the man who had the withered hand, "Arise, stand here." And he arose and stood at the Lord's command. Jesus said to them, "I ask you, being somewhat annoyed, is it lawful on the Sabbath to save life or to destroy?" When Jesus looked around at them, he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." Jesus said again, and he obeyed the command. His hand was instantly restored, as whole as the other. Filled with rage, they discussed the matter with one another. In those days, Jesus went to the mountaintop to pray. Continuing all night, he prayed to his God straightway. In the morning, he called his disciples to himself, and from them he chose 12, whom he named apostles: Simon, named Peter, Andrew his brother, James, John, Philip, and Bartholomew. Matthew were some of the others. Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Simon the Zealot, Judas Iscariot, a traitor, who would later become useless. Coming down with them, standing on a level place, a crowd of disciples, a great multitude filled that space. People from Judea, Jerusalem, Tyre, and Sidon, coming to hear him. He healed also to become enlightened. People being tormented with unclean spirits by the hour, along with multitudes seeking to touch him by reason of his power. He healed all who came to him with love that comes from God. He lifted up his eyes toward his disciples and said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when you hunger now, for a filling will be given. Blessed are you when you weep now, for you shall laugh and be joyous. Blessed are you when hated, your reward will be glorious. Woe to you who are rich, you have received consolation. Woe to you who are full, prepare yourself for damnation. Woe to you who laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Woe to you when they speak well of you. You've sown, now you'll reap. I say to you who hear, do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you and pray for those who use you. To him who strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. Who takes your cloak, do not withhold the tunic either. Give to all who asks of you. From him who takes, don't reclaim. Just as you want men to do to you, you also do the same. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. Different shades, the same hue. If you lend to those whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, so the more they can accrue. Love your enemies. Lend, hoping for nothing in response. Reward is great. You're sons of God, and you'll receive a renaissance. Don't judge, you'll not be judged. Don't condemn, you'll not be condemned. Forgive, and you'll be forgiven, from foe as well as friend. Give, and it will be given to you, pressed down, spiritually anew. For with the same measure that you use it, it will be measured back to you. Speaking a parable to them, can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into a ditch, both having the same incline? Disciples are not above teachers, but everyone who is perfectly trained will be just like a teacher, as is already ordained. Why look at the speck in your brother's eye and not see the plank in your own? How can you remove the speck in his eye when your plank seems to be unknown? First remove the plank from your eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck in your brother's eye. Then you can deal sincerely. A good tree doesn't bear bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good. Every tree is known by its fruits. This should be understood. You do not gather figs from thorns or grapes from a bramble bush. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, false or truth. Why do you call me Lord and not do the things I command? What you build your house upon determines whether it falls or stands. Wise men dig deep and lay the foundation on the rock, chapter by chapter, verse by verse, line by line, block by block. When the flood arose, the stream of evil beat strong against the home. It wouldn't shake, not even move, for it was founded upon the atoned. A man who doesn't respond to truth ends up in checkmate. Without a foundation, the house will fall, and the ruin of that house will be great.